is pain? What is hurt? If someone does something to hurt you, or you go through something that causes you pain, okay, it means whatever it is that you lost or whatever it is that happened is something that is really of importance to you. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me. I am doing well, and I hope everyone is doing well as well. So today I was just here and I felt like sharing about pain, hurts. You know, what is pain? What is hurt? If someone does something to hurt you, or you go through something that causes you pain, okay, it means whatever it is that you lost or whatever it is that happened is something that is really of importance to you. Okay, so for instance, if your loved one hurts you or does something that hurts you, okay, of course, if you don't love the person, you wouldn't feel that much pain, because after all, how are you important in my life? I don't, I don't care about you. Why is it that something you do hurts me? Okay. But if that thing hurts you, okay, and you have sleepless nights over it, then it means that person is important to you. Pain, I would say, it's the worst feeling. I think it encompasses a lot. Feeling rejected, feeling disappointed, feeling worthless. It's a lot, okay? If someone is in pain, you think about a whole lot of things that probably does not even like exist, right? But because you are hurt from deep inside of you, some even tend to have like lots of self-respect out of pain. Some go into depression, some go into sort of setback because of pain. What do you have to do when you are in pain? What do you have to do when you have this feeling of rejection, this feeling of no hope, no trust in anyone, or a particular someone that, it's of importance to you? What do you do? You know, the first thing I would say is, if you are a Christian, I think you should cast all your burdens on God, because He asked us to do so. He said you should cast all your burdens on Him and He will give you rest. I have tried this and I bet you it helps. If you are a believer and you have not started giving all your burdens to God, then please start now. Because sometimes He's the only one you can talk to. Sometimes the best friend that you always go to share your pain and your hurt and your grief is the same person that caused you pain. So how are you going to talk to that same person about it? You talk to God. One, God should be your confidant. Because one, He's not going to tell anyone about how you are feeling. Okay. Two, He's the best person to solve the problem. You will talk to human beings a lot of times, they don't have any thing to say, any, investment to make in getting your problem solved. They just listen, empathize or sympathize with you, and that's it. Some will offer advice, some will offer solutions. As to whether those solutions are going to help, it depends, right? So I believe God is the best person to share your pain and your hurt and whatever you are feeling with. Okay. Secondly, when you are in pain or you are hurt by someone, I think you should talk to the person. Okay. Let the person know how you feel about whatever he or she did to you. Okay. If it's something that caused you pain, I think you should review the thing, try to know the mistakes you made, in handling that particular thing that in turn caused you pain. Because even if it's a human being, humans react, right? Humans give back the energy that they receive. So if somebody did something that caused you pain, I think you should talk about it with that person. Let the person know what he or she did that caused you pain. Then the person may tell you, oh, okay, I didn't know what I did caused you pain or I hurt you in any way. I'm sorry. You see, is that easy, right? It just got better. Sometimes some people do certain things not deliberately to hurt us, but we have no idea that they didn't do it deliberately. But if you don't talk about it, they would not have the opportunity to let you know how they are also feeling or what it's currently on their mind, right? So I think it's best to talk about it, okay? It's not a big deal. If you say it and the person, from the person's response, you will get to know whether the person did it deliberately or not, or probably the person doesn't care about your relationship. Then you advise yourself and you move on. I know it's not easy, but I think it's best to know your stance in, places you are not wanted, places you are wanted. Then you act accordingly, right? So, moving on, I want to talk about forgiveness. Okay. First of all, you have to start by forgiving yourself. If that pain or the hurt you are feeling stemmed from the fact that you made a mistake, probably with a person or with a thing, and in turn that person caused you pain, I think you should start by forgiving yourself. Forgive yourself first. Understand and accept that it was your fault. Then you forgive yourself. No matter how you are feeling, try to forgive yourself. Forgiving yourself here means letting everything go. Just let it go. Let it all out, right? If you just have to be alone somewhere, think, reminisce, accept everything. Look at your actions related to the reception of the other person and the outputs the person gave. If you are at fault, then you call the person, you talk to the person, you apologize. Learn to apologize, okay? Don't dwell so much on pain and don't dwell so much on hurt to the point that you don't talk about it and it consumes you. When it consumes you so much, that is when you get into depression. That is when some people lose their minds. That is when, you do things that you lose your self-respect, a whole lot of things. So I believe you should forgive yourself. If you are at fault, call the person and apologize. Secondly, if you are able to tell whether the other party was at fault and you call the person and that person doesn't apologize, if the person apologizes, fine, accept it and move on. If the other person doesn't apologize, please and please, in your heart, let it go. Forgive the person, even if the person didn't ask for forgiveness, for you to move on. For your sound mind, just forgive the person. Let it out. Say it. Don't just say it in your spirit or in your mind. Mention the person's name and say you have forgiven the person. Something like this. Kwabna Owusu Ansa. I forgive you. I let it all go. I'm moving on. I've left it behind. That's it. Then you pray. Tell God to help you. Help you forgive the person. 100%. Okay, then you move on. Try. It's not that easy, right? So after forgiving yourself, just pray about it and move on. Try not to dwell on things in the past. Just move on. Invest in yourself. Do something that will just distract you from that pain or that thing or that someone that caused you the pain. All right. So in our next episode, we are going to talk about pains or hurt that stems from people or things that we have no control over. Okay, we'll talk about that. So if you have watched up to this point, I guess you are interested in such content. Please like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.